everyone, this is Tracey from Lavinia Stamps. Thank you for joining me for another demonstration today. We are going to be using our Yupo paper and taking a print onto our Multifarious card. This is our cream card that we're going to be using. So I've got a few colours here in front of me that we are going to use today. So we need our brayer and we need our alcohol lift ink as well. I've got my air blower here, which is the Babyliss air blower, and some blending solution as well. I've just put this one in a container with a really nice fine nozzle, so there's a little bit more control over it. Okay, so I'm going to blend the colours individually rather than all together for this one. You can do it, there's lots of different ways of working with alcohol ink, so I'm just trying to do different ones for you, just so that you can do whichever you prefer. Okay, so let's start with the sailboat blue and some blending solution, and we'll just move that around a little. Okay, so the next colour, I think we'll use the eggplant. Pop a little down, and again blending solution, and we're just going to move that around to start with, and this will create our next colour. That needs a little bit more blending solution. It's quite a dark colour, eggplant. You don't actually need that much of it. There's so many different tones to eggplant. It's almost got a pink in it as well. It's nice to see that. And the only way you can do that is just by keep on adding blending solution and just moving that around, and you can see the weaker the blending solution, the weaker the alcohol ink, the eggplant, the more the other colours start coming through, the pinks. Okay, so colour shall we do now? Let's try denim. So let's put a little bit of denim down, and again blending solution. Okay, that denim's really fabulous as well. There's lots of undertones coming through on that. And we're going to go back to the sailboat blue. Okay, so I need to get rid of this line down here. I mean, you don't have to, by all means you can leave it, give you a different effect again. I just want to blend that out a little bit. So all I've done is just put some blending solution down the side. And again, I'm just using the tool just to chase the colours. Giving us that lovely smoky effect. Okay. So making sure that that is completely dry. It does dry very quickly, especially with the air dryer. We're now going to use the alcohol lift, and we need our brayer, and we need the Multifarious card. So I'm going to put that to hand because we need to move quite quickly. So I'm going to pop a line of this along the top, and then just work my way down the page. Pop that straight on the top and give that a smooth over. And let's see what we've got. And there it is. Such a lovely effect, and you get the texture of the sort of paper that comes through as well, and it almost looks like a watercolour. Very effective. And look at that underneath, look how different that is. That's where the eggplant was, and you can see how the tones in eggplant, there's so many different colours, but it's a beautiful sort of pink salmon colour coming through there. It's always worth maybe keeping hold of these because we can stamp onto the Yupo card as well, but we'll be using archival to stamp, and then this one will be using the VersaFine. So silhouette stamping on the Multifarious card is always far more successful than stamping silhouettes onto the Yupo card. So you need to think about and plan what you want to stamp onto the Yupo. Okay, so now this is dry, we can stamp onto this. So I picked a couple of stamps here, one of our fairy stamps, one of our most sort of recent release, which is the Celeste. So we're going to use, let's have a look colour wise. I think the medieval blue would work quite well, Monarch, any of these colours really. So I'm trying to keep to the theme of the sort of blues and purples. So let's just see as we go along which ones are going to work. Okay, so I'm going to start with Celeste being our focal point, and I'm going to ink her up in Nocturne. Make sure she's completely covered, and then we'll just bob her down round about the centre. Just let that rest a while. There we go. And then taking our acetate, I'm going to pop that over the top, and then let's pick what colour shall we go? Let's go with the medieval blue, but because it's quite a dark colour, we only want a tiny bit on it. So working my way around the edge. And this should really make Celeste stand out like she's in a spotlight. Okay, so I'm going to use one of our stencils now to go over the top. So just taking that to the edge now, and I'm going to use Twilight for this one. This is just a stencil brush that I've got, so just dipping that in. Make sure that you've got a firm pressure on both the stencil and the paper underneath. And all I'm doing is just want a slight pattern. Have a little look. Yeah, that's working great. I'm just going to work my way up. And I think that's fine. And that just gives us a really nice sort of floral, flourishy effect for the background, which I think looks really nice. And then we're going to finish off, I think, just with a few words. This is one of our verses, and I'm just going to pop that down the side here. So this time I'm going to ink up in Warm Breeze. I don't want the colour to be too strong, so I'm going to take a little off, and that's perfect. Just a little that side. Okay, so I'm going to return to the medieval blue, and I'm just going to go around the very edge, literally just touching the edge. I don't want to cover any of this lovely patterning underneath, so I'm literally just distressing the edge. And there we go. Okay, so using the glue pen now, I'm just going to dot around the edge of the moon. And then just sprinkle the glitter over the top. Tap that off, and there we have our finished card. And it's just such a quick, easy card to do. Those stencils, they really lend themselves to work over the top of those backgrounds. So just a good one to bear in mind. Okay, thanks guys, thanks for watching, and see you again real soon. Bye for now.